Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Everybody goes in blind, dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to fall? To fall. Dare to fall. Elysium, descend upon her. Alice paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Descend upon her, Alice in paradise. The fields await you into the afterlife. Elysium, transcend beyond her, promise of paradise. Elysium, exposed and hollow, this is your one true life.
Yeah! Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We're going to be talking about budget or beginner drones for Christmas and other great topics about drones, drone gadgets, and action cameras. Uh, but first, before I want to get started, a little bit on a serious note. We had a major tornado storm, thunderstorms go through Kentucky. So uh, let's have a moment for those people in Kentucky. All right. Well, thank you for guys for coming. I got a package in the mail the other day from the grumpy vlogger Lloyd Mendenhall. He sent me these books. Here's one. Here's two. Wait, that's not all. But number three, I got some great books here. So thank you very much, Lloyd, for these books. So to get into the Christmas spirit, go back here to oh that's dead. Okay. Let's get over here to short jokes. That has some Christmas jokes. Alrighty, let's there we go. Alrighty. Is the fear of getting stuck in a chimney Santa Claus a phobia? It was so cold last Christmas that my mom served kids an electric blanket. My girlfriend said she'd like an animal skin coat for Christmas. So I bought her a donkey jacket. I thought I'd come across a mass grave of snowmen. It turned out to be a field of carrots. It's a tradition in our family that we always have a Christmas jumper. It's my job to talk them down. What's the difference between snowmen and snow ladies? Snowballs. All right, that wraps that up. Let's get the show going. So let's bring up my co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York. It's the effervescent Chuck Kovac. Welcome, welcome,
Effervescent.
Chuck. Good to see you.
Snowballs. Nice to see you too, Art. Hello, everybody in the
Yeah,
chat. Check it out. It's pretty happening in the chat tonight.
yeah.
You want Metro
Let's say
Drone to start
hello
it
to
off?
the folks there. Let's say hello to TJ Drones and more, NB Drones, Alan Drone Views Media, and Jose, who is Mendez Drone Ops, and oh, Bill Metro Drones. Hey, Bill, I want to thank you for that super chat up front. There you go. There's so, hey, let's keep that super chat train going. That helps me to, you know, to bring a better show so I can upgrade the studio, new equipment. Hey, some of that stuff. Hey, I got this new gadget. It's a stream deck where I got it set up to do all my sound effects like that. my rim shot, and let's see if I can get this work. All right, and let's say hello to Rob, Drone Rob, and then we've got John Bonenfant. Welcome, welcome. And who else? Oh, Jody Drone Shots was here earlier. Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, and Trevor.
Good old Trevor.
All the two guys all the way from the land down under, and then Dwinnen dudes. Welcome, welcome. And Steve Mack, of course, Steve Mack.
Or Steve.
And
Michael from
Bluegrass Drone guys, all the way from Kentucky. I guess his town of Mayfield, Graves County. Wow, that's just so sad what happened there.
There's a guy who used to host the Corvette gatherings down in Bowling Green. This guy Wendell Strode used to work for the museum,
right?
And his house wasn't taken, but the barn outside where they used to host all the big events, gone. I mean,
hey, this is for you, Drone Rob. Thank you very much.
Nice.
For that super chat. And Michael Fly Zone Drones. Hey, Michael, did you get my Christmas cards? I sent out a bunch of Christmas cards. Hopefully, Thunderbird 6 will be here. I know Greg from Oz by Drone finally got his card.
He had to get down under.
Yep. And here's my tip jar if you want to send me a few bucks through PayPal. That way they don't take a big chunk out like YouTube does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one way you can pay me. And I want to thank Steve Mack for that nice donation last week to my PayPal, which bought a few more cryptos with that.
More cryptos.
Boy, they really took a hit last week.
Yep.
I mean,
did.
25 to 30% hit.
What's that all about?
It's a good time to buy back in. That way you're buying low and it'll go back up.
Buy low.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I don't buy in, then it'll go lower. So I'll sit on the sidelines. I never win.
But yeah, right now it's been trading sideways. It goes up and down, you know. And here's my merch. If you want to get a Christmas gift, you get T-shirts, mugs, tumblers, even lowball glasses. If you want to get one of those with my logo on.
So. Might be a little close on timing for spring. I don't know how their shipping is right now, but it's getting.
Yeah,
we have just smidge under 2 weeks, right? Today. We're,
yep.
Yeah. 23 drone shopping days till Christmas. Still time to get that Mavic 3, people, or have Mr. and Mrs. Claus get it for you.
Yes. Speaking of, oh yeah, also Bob Casey, he's also in Kentucky, so he's been affected by the tornadoes. He lives in Central City, Kentucky. I don't know where what the biggest town is nearby.
I'm not sure either. I know I drove through Louisville to get to Bowling Green years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
yep.
Yeah. It's crazy weather. Yeah. It's huffing and puffing here right now.
Yeah.
In the middle of New York State.
Yep. And we just had our first snowfall of the winter.
Oh, really?
The other day. Yep. We got about a half inch of snow, which is good. We needed the moisture here. I mean, it's been bone dry. And we've been having
Wow.
unusually warm weather
Should take the FPV drone out and do some wind testing with it tonight.
here.
It's it's howling out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, tomorrow we're going to be doing some indoor drone flying at one of the guys from Flight Club. He's got an obstacle course in his basement to do some tiny whoop flying.
Oh, how cool. That's very cool.
Yep.
Does he have camera set up so he can film you guys buzzing around
Well,
too?
I'm going to have my cameras all charged up and ready to go. And that's the one thing I like about the Osmo Pocket. Boy, it holds a charge for a long time.
You think? I think it's good for about an hour and a half, maybe.
Well, I mean, I get
But
charge it up, and a couple weeks later, it still has more than 75%.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, as far as using it though, I think
Yeah,
it'll go for a smidge under 2 hours.
right.
Just have it kind of if you have it just recording nonstop. I don't know what you're gonna do with it.
Hello to Warren Akira Show. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. So we're going to talk about budget or beginner drones for people who want to buy them as presents for Christmas. I say a Mavic Mini or the Mini 2, like what Chuck's got.
Mini 2. This thing
Yep.
is like a little mini Mavic. This thing is pretty awesome.
Yep.
I'll bet you the RC Pro gets backward compatible to this thing in time.
That would be nice. That would be
they
nice.
will. They're already onto it. They're doing the Air 2S, but yeah, a drone like this is a higher end, like as far as entry goes, this is higher end money wise, but
Right.
you're buying something that has really killer range.
Mm-hmm. And for under $500, I mean, if you just get the regular controller, I mean, that's a good starter drone. And if you want to get started into FPV, get a Tiny Hawk too. I mean, for under $200, you get the goggles, the controller, and the drone. Yeah, that's a good starter drone.
And it's bulletproof.
I think
it's bulletproof.
Figured out what was wrong with this drone. You know, let's look at that antenna. I think it's broken.
A little tired.
Oh,
I guess it really is broken.
Yeah.
If you confirm that one.
Luckily, I bought some new antennas from Race Day Quads. I've got about 5 or 6 coming in. They're like a buck a piece, and all I have to do is tear this apart and solder it on there, and
yeah,
and get that going. Yep,
it's a tough little drone though. You could bounce that thing off all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, I've crashed it so many times. It is a nice little drone. And another good drone, if you're a little more advanced in the FPV, get the Freestyle. Or they even have a Tiny Hawk race drone in Tiny Hawk S. So, but what I did is I went out and got the Tyrannus QX7, which I really like. And you could set it up for multiple FPV drones, which is cool. So that's, and for about $150, that's a good little controller to have. Yeah.
You know, circling back around to the minis, if you grab a used mini or even the new mini SE, man, you can get into those really cheap right now. They're floating around used.
Yep. Oh, that's a good put blob of hot glue. Yep.
Oh, like a stress relief. Yep. Right? Like a stress relief on it.
Yep.
He's right. Good idea.
And DroneWorks, TT, thanks for coming in. Charles, good to see you. And somebody, oh, hey, got
Can't get over the
a
wind
little
when the power
message
stays
from
on.
friend in Facebook. Just wanted to say hi. And so, if you want to leave a little super chat, that'd be fine, and that helps to keep this whole thing running. I could do some really nice update, get a better stream deck with more keys, or I could do the fades or transitions from different scenes.
Or just keep the lights on longer.
All right. Yeah, I could do that, TJ. Let me am I one of your Facebook friends? I could
Wait. Is TJ saying that we're not interesting already? Oh, I'm deeply offended by that. Not.
Oh, I think Adrian's gonna join in a little later. So, and of course, our friend from Lipa City,
James.
Philippines, James, he will be in usually about an hour from now.
Oh, TJ, I'm just teasing you, man. Being a person who only opens his mouth to exchange feet, it's like.
So, oh, there's some other good drones or some good entry level drones like well Hubson or I'm not talking about the cheapy toy drones, but the Hubson and the Femi and even the Parrot drones or the Parrot drones are good
The Anafi.
entry level
The
drones.
Anafi's a cool little drone.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can grab that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends what your budget is, what you consider your entry level. I mean, my entry level was in 2017 was a Mavic Pro, which is not exactly entry level.
That's true.
It was scary to fly that thing for a while. I wonder why. I don't know.
Oh, you should be able to do it from your phone, unless you're on a tablet. I don't know.
You know, I got into a little bit of a trouble with YouTube. A little bit of trouble earlier this week. Yeah, my my credit card company thought when I bought that new receiver to replace my dead one, they thought it was some kind of somebody using my credit card, so they shut me down. And before I got it going again, they locked down the credit card. So then YouTube goes and tries to collect their monthly fees on stuff, and it's like, no. Yep. So maybe that's why his super chats won't go through. I mean, you know, if you don't have your credit card set up or something.
Yeah, the Hubson Xeno SE. Yep.
I had a buddy with a Hubson. It was like a 301S or something. He had that at the time I had the Mavic Pro. He's flying that thing around. It was pretty tough. He bounced it off the side of a brick schoolyard or schoolhouse. Wow. Brick schoolyard. Brick schoolhouse. It just bounced off.
They're pretty much all made of brick.
Yeah. Brick and mortar, baby. Brick and mortar.
Yep. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, the Anafi.
That AI is cool, but that's not entry level at all. No, but
yeah,
that's
oh enterprise. Yeah, that's that new one that's coming out, right? Yeah,
it's cool.
I've seen some photos of it. It really looks futuristic.
It does, and Sony's drone isn't exactly entry level either.
Yeah,
that thing's some serious coin.
But, well, I was able to snag a Mavic 2 Pro off of that police auction website, and just the battery and the drone cost me $350. So
Did great. It's freaking great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the camera alone is more than that, Art.
Yeah.
It's like $500 for a Mavic 2 Pro camera and the gimbal assembly.
All right, take care, TJ. Have a good dinner.
Later,
Thanks
DJ.
for stopping by. Oh, and did you watch? Oh, you didn't watch TNL the other night?
No, but I heard there was somebody on there. Somebody's video.
Yeah, my video of the ballroom dancers was the what was it? The video of the week. So I gotta get a hold of Ken and tell him that I'll take the Freewell FPV. Oh, thank you, Trevor. Thank
Nice.
you. Yeah, I'll get the filters for the Pro 2. Yeah, and here is my email if you want to send me an email. And here is Jeff, Four States Aerial. He used to be, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was Upper Deck Media for a while.
Change names.
So that was kind of cool that my video made it. You know,
That's pretty cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
getting a lot of views, and
well, you had a cool couple of camera angles. You had the fixed camera filming it, and then from the drone's perspective, and those dancers, they were pretty gutsy, man. They didn't even flinch.
Jordan talked to him, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and talked to him, and they were pretty cool on the ideas. So he's the guy that sets up some of these cool events. So I didn't have a drone to use to fly around the dancers, so I used my my Osmo Pocket and Insta360, but I didn't use any of the footage from the Insta360. Ended up using everything from the Osmo Pocket. And Daryl was the pilot that flew the Shen drone, sport that got those awesome FPV shots.
Oh, okay. He was the one
good.
orbiting. Yeah, he was the one orbiting.
Mm-hmm. And then going under their arms when they that was pretty cool.
I can't believe they were good sports about doing that. That's cool.
Yep. And so the video that I got from Daryl, it had some other music, so I replaced the music, and it turned out really good. Yep. So,
Well, music.
So that was a lot of fun, and glad I joined up with those guys. So,
yeah, that's always cool. Anytime you can fly a drone around and film some stuff is always a good day.
Right. And the following week they got a retreat that's up in Boulder, Colorado. And when they told me what the altitude was up there, 9,000 feet.
Ooh.
And I told them, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make that because that's just a little high for me.
It's a couple miles. That's almost a couple miles up. Air's pretty thin up there.
Yep. And for some reason in the wintertime, it really kicks my butt. I think it's because even though the air is denser, you would think, I would be able to breathe it. No, it's because your body is working harder to keep you warm. and that's why I have a harder time in the wintertime up in the mountains. Lake Pilot, good to see you. And Michael Blade, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. So,
We up to
when I went up to Spin Down up in Dillon, that was in the fall, and we were still in the low 70s. And I was
much more mild.
Yeah, I was able to handle that, but it still kind of kicked my butt up there.
Well,
Sleeping up there was kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah.
I know people from out here in New York, they went out there and they had to buy oxygen.
Yeah, you could get
Do it
those
all.
little canisters, and yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, things get pretty goofy. You feel pretty
Yep.
goofy when you get oxygen deprived.
Yeah, you get sleepy and you get headachy.
And you start to get kind of like everything gets tunnel vision-y and stuff.
Tunnel vision. Oh,
it's weird.
Yeah, when I get that then I know I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Because I'll get that tunnel vision, and then everything starts turning gray, and I start hearing a buzzing noise.
Oh boy!
And yeah, I know I've got maybe 30 seconds before I pass out. Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Mickey McH, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, one time I went up to Vail. Oh, this was 25 years ago. And it was the finals for a comedy competition. And sadly, I didn't make it to the finals, but I did fairly well. And I went up there with a friend of mine, and we were having dinner. And I said, Charlie, I think I'm going to take a short little nap because I'm about to pass out. So, and he knew what was going on. He knew I had respiratory issues. So I just kind of sat back. I was out for about a minute.
See what Lloyd wrote? Poor Flatlanders can't handle the high altitude.
Yep, that's right, Lloyd.
Well, it's not really flat here, but where we are, we're only 400 feet, maybe 500 above sea level. To get out to the Adirondacks to pick up any altitude at all, and even then, it's under a mile. You know.
We'll go up to Mount Washington. How high is Mount Washington?
It's not in New York, though, is it? Marcy's in New York. That's
yeah, I think it's in. Is it in New Hampshire?
New Hampshire. I think that's New Hampshire.
Yeah. But how about James? He's at about 1,000 feet above sea level.
Oh, really? In Lipa City?
Yep. So he picked a great spot to retire and to build a home at.
Yeah.
Because he's in between two mountain ranges that kind of keeps it from getting like really hot like it does down near the water's edge.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey, Maddie. Good to see you. And then we got Wedgen Big. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Wedgen Big.
And then we got Jim Wallace, alias Mr. Graphic. Good to see you. Good to see you. Don't forget to leave a super chat to help out here.
Yep. 'Tis the season.
All right. Well, thank you, Wedgen Big. Thank you for subbing me. Awesome.
Do you think did he mean that, or did he get a sub to eat?
Well, I don't know. You ought to ask Jesse Smollett. Yeah, who gets a sub at 2 a.m. when it's like, what? How cold? It was like flipping cold that night.
Get a frozen.
Let's don't. No, let's.
I was just teaching a Wedgen Big. It's all good, man. This is decent. 567 feet above sea level. Yeah, it's a little.
Wow.
But it's, you know.
Let's see. That's Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Cool. Yep. And another city in the Philippines, Baguio, they're at 5,000 feet.
Ooh.
And
So that's
they get fog in the summertime. It's almost like San Francisco there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's 30 miles west of Toronto. Oh, cool.
30 miles west.
And you know what?
Right.
Coming to a show like this is kind of like a network. And like I said last week, we were talking about how to grow your channel is to go to some of these live streams.
Yep, for sure. I think even I pick up a couple here and there.
Yep.
Just yep.
And,
It's
and that helps. And Canadian Drone Hub, that's what got me my start. I started going there and meeting all these drone people, and I was part of their shtick was to help droners meet other drone channels and growing their channel. And it's sad to see that Roger has shut down the channel for a while.
Temporarily, he said. He needs to kind of regroup.
Recharge.
Yeah, recharge, regroup. But yeah, he was always multiple times during one of his streams. You're like, support everybody, support everybody's channels.
Right.
And yeah, he's a cool dude. And he wanted to keep it nice and clean. No crazy stuff.
Oh, well, Grumpy is in the chat. I want to thank you, Grumpy, for the book.
Oh, I like the way the gold on there becomes almost like transparent.
Yeah.
Here,
and here's the other. Yeah, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's transparent, but you can't see my face. You can see the castle.
It just leaves the background.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. You turn it just. Oh, that's cool.
It's freaky. Super freaky. Yeah, Roger's taking a much deserved break. Yeah, but I saw he was on with Paul like the next night. He was on Paul's.
Oh yeah, Paul Murray.
Paul Murray, yeah. Yep, Paul Murray and friends. He was on the panel with those guys. So he's okay doing it. He just doesn't want to chair it. He wants to kind of kick back and just
Well,
that's cool.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a singles group for drone pilots. Well, I guess YouTuber drone pilots, yeah.
Well, I could. You know what? I'll put the link briefly in the chat.
Ooh.
You want to jump in? TJ, we'll bring you on. I'll keep it up shortly. I'm not going to do it like I don't want to have another Rodney incident,
No, you don't want that. That would be bad.
So TJ, go ahead and click on that. I think what I'll do is we'll give it a minute, and then I will take it out of there. And Lloyd, you are more than welcome to join as well. And that would and Matt too. Matt Cundiff, you are more than welcome to jump in and be part of the chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove that. Okay, there we go. And all right, let's welcome TJ Drones. Welcome.
Hey, how y'all doing?
The troublemaker.
We're doing good.
Here I
am. First time on the channel. Good to see you.
Noogies.
So TJ, where are you from?
Oh gosh, Art, I like your background. Sandy? No, I think they left a long time. They left it. to wait 15 minutes.
Oh,
We're getting some chow. We're about to be getting some chow.
okay.
Ooh, the Garden of
All right.
Olives. I haven't been there in
I'm
a long time.
Italian. I'm Italian.
Yeah,
Italian.
there you go.
It's addictive to get their bottomless breadsticks and salad, man.
Oh yeah,
So I
that's
know,
right.
I know. Art is coming to the. You're coming to the Florida Drone meetup, right?
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chuck? Are you coming?
No, it's
No,
like
Chuck.
right in the middle of
No, you're
tax
not
season.
coming.
I think I have to go to Minnesota for work right around that same time too. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, what are you doing in Minnesota?
I work for Daikin, so that's where headquarters is.
Oh, what's Daikin?
HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning.
Ah, okay. I thought it was a bunch of lesbian
Yeah,
crap.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
TJ,
my mom, she
this
used to live in Minnesota. It's all right up there. I mean,
Cold.
during like the winter months, it gets pretty
yeah,
chilly there in the winter months.
yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
Well, hey, let me let you guys go. We're about to be we just got called in, so if you
Okay.
guys are on by the time we get home, I'll hop back on. If not, I'll skip it later.
Awesome.
All right.
Good to see you, TJ.
Has us some breadsticks. Oh, you got me craving the
boy.
salad where they bring out the
know.
grated cheese and the
Oh,
server's always like,
yes.
she's like, how
Mhm.
much grated cheese would you like? I'm like, I'm not telling you to stop. She just starts. So you're gonna have to ask. I point to Lori, said she's gonna tell you when to stop because I won't. Just mound of cheese on the salad. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, I haven't been to Olive Garden in so long.
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either. And there's one right up the road. The first one we ever went to was the one in Kissimmee, which I think in Florida that was like the first Olive Garden.
Right.
We were there because we were we were around Disney World and we went out off property to grab something to eat. Zupa Tuscan.
Yeah, I love their shrimp Alfredo and what is the shrimp scampi is good too.
Yeah. Four States. Yeah. Goodman and Daikin bought Goodman a few years ago. And those mini splits, I get service calls on those all the time, and I have to bounce them to a whole nother group. I don't do mini splits. It's like Windows. Don't do Windows.
And I like their eggplant parmesan. Really good.
I like the was it the oh, I know, I'm trying to get it out. The portobello is like the it's like ravioli, but it has like the portobello in them.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's been so long. See, I'm forgetting the menu. It's been so damn long. But they make all their pasta right on site, which is really cool. At least they used to.
Well, I had a short vacation this week. I had Wednesday through Friday off, so that was a much nice needed vacation. And Thursday I had lunch with Rick Enstrom. We went to Los Arcos Mexican restaurant, which is just a few blocks away from where I live. And
did you say Los Artcos?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's the Mexican counterpart to your channel art.
Yeah, there you go. And I had the flauta. Boy, was it good. I've never had a flauta, but it's kind of like a fried tortilla stuffed with chicken.
Ooh, that sounds good. I love
flan. I love sour cream and guacamole on it. Oh boy, was it good.
Guacamole. I hated guacamole when I was much younger, but now it's funny. Lori and I
me too.
Now Lori and I really dig it, especially when you make fresh guacamole with chips.
Yep.
Mash everything.
Isn't that fun when you grow up stuff you never liked, you like it, and then there are some things
you like that you don't
like.
Yeah, but then there's stuff that you used to like that now you don't. So it's like your taste buds change, supposedly.
Like liver and onion.
No, I still can't do that.
The onion part, I like that, but not the liver. I don't know. It just
I just can't. The
kind of
texture.
has a
something-
chalky taste.
Yeah. Trevor got hungry. Probably not.
Or Brussels sprouts.
I do like those.
Now, I haven't tried them broiled though. I might like that. Yeah,
Steamed them.
but
Anything you
yeah,
dip
the
in
kind
butter is
that
pretty good.
you boil or something. Hey, let's welcome the man with the plan all the way from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Let's welcome Lloyd Mendenhall. Welcome.
Lloyd.
How's my
Ah.
sound?
You sound awesome. You finally got your Windows 11 fixed.
Oh goodness! Did
Well, I got part of it fixed. I still don't know exactly what was going on because I have this intermittent sound problem. So it is what it is.
Windows 11?
Yeah, I upgraded to that's where I screwed up last week because I upgraded to Windows 11.
A little too soon, Lloyd. I think just a little too soon, man.
Well, I did it before. I did it about 2 hours before the friggin' show. So,
Well, no, I mean I meant just in generally.
yeah,
Too soon.
I didn't have any problems upgrading, but I did have some audio issues. And the main problem I had with my vMix is that I have it licensed to 2 PCs. Well, when you do an upgrade, that basically changes your PC, and so you have to shut off your licenses and then relicense it to again. So, and that's what was causing the problems. I still don't know what the hell my sound problem is, but it is.
Right.
It's just one of those things. Sometimes vMix works great with this, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
So how y'all doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Thank
Pretty
you
good.
for the
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
joke book. Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no problem. I thought if anybody deserved some new material, you did, Art.
Yeah.
New material.
I was doing it
Somebody
as
made a joke about that.
Yeah, I was doing it as a service to the drone community.
fresh material. Some of those jokes have some a little bit of dust on them, though. Like the difference between snowmen and snowwomen joke. That one goes back.
Yeah, it's been
high
around for a
school
while.
days,
Yeah,
at least,
Yeah.
which is like
yeah.
forever ago. Oh,
Well, I say hello to
Bill.
Who did I see?
Bill popped in from coast to coast.
Yeah, Bill, Coast to Coast Drones, and Glenn, Thunderbird Sits. Glenn did my Christmas card arrive. Robbie Deluxe, all the way from is it? I think it's Belgium, and Nemo. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Yeah, cool. So hold on with the numbers. We got another 15 minutes or so before we.
Bill's always such a troublemaker.
Yeah. No?
Oh, man.
Oh, you're kidding. Now Greg got his card.
Yeah.
But then again, Greg is he's in a modern city, unlike Trevor. He's probably out in the boondocks there.
Yeah, Trevor lives out a little ways outside of the Adelaide area. He's in South Australia.
Oh,
okay. And there's only 2 cities that count in the whole country of Australia, and that's Melbourne and Sydney, because
what about Perth?
Oh no, none of them count according to Sydney and Melbourne. Those aren't
about
important.
Brisbane.
None of them. Just if you ask anybody that lives there,
or Canberra.
No. They're unimportant. They are only 2. Now that's not my opinion. That's the opinion of most of the people that don't live in Melbourne or Sydney. Of course, Melbourne. They're important because they keep all their people locked down because. They like to keep their COVID combined into their own little community. They don't like spreading their COVID to anybody else.
It.
Yeah, they share it with each other, but
that's right.
Yep.
But they don't want to infringe on their constitutional rights and test them. Let's not test them. But we'll lock you down.
Okay, now let's save that for.
Well, I mean, this is just jokes I hear from the Aussies. It's just
Oh, and Bort, welcome to the show. Welcome. We got a good crowd tonight. hmm
Yeah, you do sound like Gary Busey.
Who?
You,
Me?
you Lloyd. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
you mean like the nutcase side of him, or just my voice in general?
Just the voice in general. I don't think
Okay.
nobody's accusing of being like, yeah, Gary is like certifiably insane.
Well, that little bump on the head he had back years ago, kind of.
hmm
I think it scrambled
Gary
his eggs
Busey.
just a little too much. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
And that explains some of the movies he's made.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think would be a great routine. Actually, did they not do like an Amazon Fire commercial that had Gary Busey and Nick Nolte both in it?
Oh Jesus, what a combination that is right there.
Oh,
I think that because they were trying to get the Amazon Fire thing to talk to Alexa this and that, whatever, and I think they did one, and because both those guys are nutcases.
They are. They are. That's when you put those two guys together, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah. I think he was. I can never say his name.
Get Ted Nugent in the room too.
Yeah.
Get
Oh
them
yeah,
and Ted-
yeah.
The three of them.
Yeah. But no, I think the bump on the head that I was referring to is when he had that bad motorcycle wreck, the
Yeah.
first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really liked his movies up until then, and then they just kind
Yeah.
of. Although it was one of the Lethal Weapon movies, I thought
Yes.
that
yeah.
character he played, that was just bone chilling creepy, man. That's like, oh my god, that guy is a nutcase. Yeah.
Oh, and that movie Under Siege. Oh God, what a terrible movie that was.
Oh yeah. Well,
With Steven Seagal.
Steven
and
Seagal is like
on that battleship.
yeah.
Oh,
Have you
come on.
have you seen what he looks like now? I mean, he looks like
Oh, he's gotten huge.
he
Well,
looks like
he
the
was
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man off of
Yeah.
Yeah, he was packing on the pounds years ago. And
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's got so bad he's actually he actually did a series basically making fun of himself on Netflix.
Hmm.
That was just pathetic,
Well, and how about John Travolta? He's kind of
he's gotten a little portly too,
Portly, I like that.
Yeah.
Portly.
Yeah.
And,
That's me. I'm portly.
Rubenesque.
Yeah.
And he looks so different with his head shape.
Yeah. Well, I think he shaved it because it was starting to fall out anyways.
Yeah.
And
Finish the job.
Hey Jody.
Oh, hey Eric. Good.
Eric is
good to
there.
see you.
Yeah. I can't stay real long, but I had to come in and just say hi to you and stuff. I've been
thank you.
I've been up since I don't know what time. I was on Rodney's show this morning. That just goes to
yes, that's right. I saw you on Rodney.
Yeah, and it's like
the Sunrise Show.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Well, not the
Lloyd's up
Sunrise.
already.
Yeah, the coffee. His morning coffee show, and
Mhm.
Judy had one of them nights, and she kept waking me up about every other hour, and so it's like, okay, I'm gonna get me some coffee, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna go get on Rodney's show. So,
Right.
but yeah, I can hang out for a few minutes. She's sleeping now. Believe it or not, on Rodney's show this morning, we were listening to Downton Abbey. I had to turn it down so it didn't get a copyright strike for Rodney on Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah.
I'm still listening to Downton Abbey. Judy's been on a marathon all day long. Since yesterday, we've managed to go through all 6 seasons.
Speaking of Adelaide, I've got a friend. Well, she's the sister of my ex-fiance from the Philippines. She lives in Port Augusta, which is kind of a suburb or very close to Adelaide.
Okay.
She's Yolanda's sister, Rowena.
Well, Adelaide is where Grant lives.
Yeah.
Grant, Mr. Stadrone. That's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and another one of our friends used to live there. Matter of fact, Grant and he worked together, and but he now lives in the state of Victoria in the town of Welburn. I mean, is Victoria in the town of Milburn. I'm sorry, They like to call it Sicktoria because they're all sick there, you know. But anyways,
More like, how we doing? I haven't. Yeah, Bill, good catch, man. Have like we're deficit of 9.
Yeah. No.
okay. You know,
Yeah.
I forgot to hit my thumbs up, but there we go. Got one more there.
Good man. Good man.
I always forget to do that. You know, I'm bad about that. I forget to do it on my own channel.
You know what? I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Kind of co-host am I anyway? Not even
Yeah,
supported. It's hard to find good help these days.
Trevor says they call it COVID.
Hard out.
COVID.
COVID. Yeah. Yeah. That's well, you can. They I don't know. That's for tomorrow's show. Yeah. But
Yeah, you guys can have fun
Anyways.
tomorrow. There's a lot of good material for you guys for tomorrow.
oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there was some
Yep.
humdingers this week. You know.
Oh yeah, on both sides. Both
Oh, yeah.
sides.
Then we had the passing of Bob Dole.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was you know, he's getting towards the we're running out of World War II veterans. I mean, that's
Yep,
the sad thing
right.
about it. Not just that Bob
Mhm.
Dole passed away, whether you agreed with him or not.
Mhm.
It's just you know, there's so few of them. I remember as a kid, there were still Spanish American War veterans
Mhm.
alive. Well, I wasn't even a kid. Shoot, I think they still had in Grand Junction, they still had a Spanish American War Veterans office in the courthouse. And it was still an active office. There were still guys coming in. Mind you, they were, you know, kind of you know, they were getting up in their late 90s at that time, you know, but
Mhm.
but still they were they were still, and I remember when the last one died.
He saw his comment.
Do what?
I saw Bill's comment.
That was a delayed because Bill mentioned it. Think of it as a way that giving
Yeah, a little
Room-
penetration
Oh.
there. James will be happy now that I got the penetration in.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, and how about Michael Nesmith from the Monkees passed away yesterday?
Yeah, that's in the chat
Really?
as well. Yeah, Thunderbird brought
Yep,
that.
78 years old.
Wow.
Heart failure.
Yeah, because yeah, I was betting that I was born half grown. Yeah, I think I was born an old man. You know, that's the
Hey,
thing.
hey, Brad, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
But yeah, I was.
So now
I
we're
was
down to one monkey,
one monkey, which
That sounds kind of funny when you
Michael
say that.
Dolan,
okay,
or Mickey
all right.
Dolan.
Mickey
Yeah.
Mickey Dolan.
Mickey?
Yeah, because Peter died
Oh yeah, a couple years
a couple
ago.
years ago, and of course Davy Jones, he died.
Davy Jones died a few
Yeah.
years ago.
I
Yeah.
remember Davy
You know-
Jones on the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he visited
Marsha.
Marcia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Michael Nesmith,
Girl.
his mother was a millionaire. You know,
Yeah, she
she owned the
invented.
patent on
Posted.
whiteout.
Oh,
was Whiteout.
Whiteout. Okay.
Yeah, she was a secretary, and she kept having to, you know, come up with some way, and she got tired of, you know, and that's when they had the Correctomatic typewriters and stuff, but they still
Right.
didn't work that
Mhm.
well. She wanted to come up with something, and she was using her fingernail polish, and she mixed it in with, I think,
Liquid paper.
yeah, liquid paper. Yeah, whiteout liquid paper. Yeah.
Why is there a coat hanger up that thing's ass anyway? Nothing. Okay, sorry.
I'm.
Oh, you're
confused.
talking about Bill's.
Looks like there's
Oh,
looks like you got a coat hanger right there.
yeah.
Oh, you heard about? Did you hear about Ken's little thing about his logo? Oh, that was so
Oh,
funny.
it's hilarious. I know Bill
Oh, on
took it
the-
like a champ. Bill was laughing his ass off. I was on the panel that
Yeah,
night.
because I saw the members only before chat, and they played that
Yeah.
clip in there, and I wrote Ken. I said, "How did I miss this one on on miss this episode on Coast to Coast Drones because I watch it every week,
Yeah.
and or
Yeah,
try
it's
to, and I must
hilarious.
just that was absolutely
You
hilarious.
spent a lot of time on that, like
Yeah.
changing the graphic on Bill.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the Blue Origins rocket that went up today.
Oh yeah, was that the
Michael
same one?
Strahan went into space today.
Okay.
Ooh,
Is that the
Yep.
same one like William Shatner went up in?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Gotta
flying
watch out for
Phalanx.
space junk now. Now
Yeah.
the Russians blew up a satellite or two
Oh
up there.
yeah,
Now
they
there's
blew up one of their satellites. Yeah.
there are little
Mhm.
pieces, parts all over the place. I don't know how does the space administration map all that stuff? I mean, all that crap's moving.
Well, if you
Okay.
look at, there's like a map of what's up there.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed how much junk is up there.
Yeah. Yeah, and those little
And a lot of it is just little tiny bits from
that's all
extended rocket parts.
and that's
Yeah.
all it takes. You hit one of those at speed, man, it's gonna be a problem.
Yep. hmm Yep.
Yep.
Space radar or SPADAR.
Spadar.
I'm having
A
problems.
lot of
typing
space
today.
stuff in the news. They were talking about
Mhm.
solar flares and
Yeah. hmm
got some big monstrous one coming. And
Bork
that
was just
screws
saying,
our-
"Oh, he's in Enid right now." Okay, that's actually where
Uh-huh.
my grandson. I was reading what he said. That's where my grandson lives, and my brother both live in Enid,
hmm
and I don't see either one of them. So,
hmm
it's in your messenger.
I'll have to share that. Okay. Here we go.
I can't wait to see what you're going to put up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one. There's just not much you can say about that.
Kind of looks like the Space Origins rocket that went up today.
It's like from Austin Powers.
Yeah. Look, it
Yeah.
looks like it's a Willie. Wang, what are you looking at?
Well, and I kept looking at that, and of course, I saw the overall, but I kept thinking about that one little spot down, that little circle down there at bottom. Really looks like somebody's sitting on the crapper, just something getting ready to splash,
So many nuggets with this one, pun
Yeah,
intended.
I know. It just
Little nuggets.
yes,
Yep.
yes, all sorts. Marcel,
And
it says
Marcel,
looks a
welcome
little
to the show.
short.
A little short. Who's in the pool?
Oh,
Bob
hello, Bob
Casey.
Casey. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome. Bob, hope all is well up in your area with all the tornadoes and all that stuff. Wow.
Yeah, I texted with him a little bit earlier today. So, and Brad had on Rodney's show had got a text from him, and so
Yep.
I went ahead and texted him after. I think I might have taken a nap. I don't remember now. I mean, it's pretty sad when you can't remember if you took a nap.
That's yeah. Better nap more often.
Yeah, well, I usually do. That's the problem. I don't think I did today, and that's why I can't remember what's going on. So, yeah, I just
What is that? Coast to coast?
coast to coast.
Drone.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There's a C, a 2, a C, and a D underneath.
okay.
But, and then you got that shadow back there that sort of looks like, well, yeah.
I don't know.
It was a great
Mm,
effort,
yes.
Bill. It really was. I'm developing
Well, folks,
CRS. No, I've
It
already got
is
it.
time for Toffee Giveaway.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, pick a number between 1 and 50 in the chat, and in about a minute or so, we will pick the winner for a box of
Mmm.
almond toffee. Now, this is the dark chocolate. I also have a regular milk chocolate as well. And this is open to everybody worldwide.
Yay. Marcel,
Trevor was our first
69 is not the
winner
queen.
from overseas. And please pick one number, please. One number.
$24.95.
$24.95.
It is
That's
technically
probably
between.
how much the shipping would cost to,
Overseas.
Trevor for that
Yeah,
little
yeah.
box of. And I had to remind Rick the other day. I said, Rick, did you mail that? And he goes, oh crap. And he goes, you text that to me. I go, yeah. He goes, oh, there it is. I'll get it out. So it's on your, yes. Just pick one number. Don't pick a whole bunch of numbers. Otherwise, the first person or the closest to the winning number will be picked. All right, let's get this shindig going. Let's go ahead and, all right, we're closing all windows. Betting has stopped. Let's go pick a.
No more bets.
You probably got to be careful saying that because YouTube. They're gambling on YouTube. Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, because those YouTube
That's just-
algorithms are a bunch of
That's
wankers,
not
anyways.
fun.
So
Yeah, it's the bots are always
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin that wheel.
Bzzz.
$5 on the old guy.
Nice.
And the winning number is 20.
Robbie
All right.
has 19.
Yeah, Rob. Let's see.
I don't
26. We got 19, 21, 22, 22.
Looks
39,
like Robbie's
50.
the victor.
Yeah, because he's under, and he's the first one to put 19 up there.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless there's
Lori got
Lori had
21.
but it was
yeah.
Oh,
Marcel
she just
but-
missed it.
Marcel.
Lori, you just missed it. If you just put in just a little
Yeah,
quicker.
nobody said 20. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he said nobody said 20. So yeah.
All right, Lobby. Just email me or just give me your address.
Yeah.
You're one of my Facebook friends, so give me your address and I'll have that shipped out to you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Just in time for Christmas, some new toffee.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff is good too.
Oh, stuff's really good.
Mhm.
I managed to make mine last almost a week.
How did you
Oh,
do that?
that's good.
One little piece at a time.
Yeah,
Man.
there you
It takes control. Let me tell you, I could have ate
Yes,
that
it
whole
does.
box. I could have ate that whole box in about probably 15 minutes if I'd have wanted to, but I
15 seconds, maybe. No, I mean,
Yeah.
that stuff is. it's
yeah,
hard to
if
stop.
you want to break all your teeth, 15 seconds. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Just-
you could be like Johnny Drone Flyer, and by the time it got to him, it was a melted puddle.
One blob.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was Louisiana. It was
Yeah.
in the fall, early fall.
Right.
little
Johnny
warm.
D. RC's welcome to the show. Lori, good to see you, and Ron Lockwood,
Ron Lockwood.
good
Yeah.
to see you. Thanks
Hey,
for
Ron.
coming. Oh, we got a good crowd. We're up to 36 so far. Let's
Yep.
get it up to 40. That'd be awesome. And
Like,
also, please don't be afraid to send a super chat. That is always welcome. It helps to keep the lights on, and I get newer and better equipment.
melted
Melted chocolate
easier to
is
chew.
easier to chew. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's really
Yeah.
bad on me is I don't have any back teeth anymore. They're all, they're gone, and
Oh,
my I haven't gone back to get a new set of partials, and the ones I have don't fit now because a couple other teeth came out. So, and I get my teeth done at the VA hospital. Well, if you want to get COVID, go to the VA hospital. That's a place you can get it. So I just have chose not to go there for a while. So
you can get dental work with a side of COVID.
yeah, dental work with a side of COVID. Yeah,
Yeah, pass. Hard pass.
yeah.
And
me
there's
too.
my tip jar if you want to leave a few bucks there. If you don't feel kosher with super chat, you could leave a few bucks there, and those are always welcome as well.
And I apologize for yawning. I
Robert
am so
Glazer,
tired.
good to see you, sir.
I actually had to stay up today because we have a traditional treat, I guess you'd call it.
Oh,
for,
Brad Alston, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, there it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But anyway, so I had to stay up because I fixed Chex Mix. Now, when I say I fixed Chex Mix,
Yeah.
one of them big turkey roasters full
Oh, yes.
of Chex Mix. I use 4 boxes of cereal, which I use 6 cups out of 4 different cereals, plus, and
Pretzels
oh yeah, it's got pretzels, it's got
and
mixed
almonds,
nuts. It's
peanuts,
got
and
no peanuts.
cashews are always good.
It's got cashews.
Mhm.
This year I bought over at Walmart. I bought one of the big things of mixed nuts. And usually
Right?
you have to read those things that say less than 50% peanuts, because a lot of those generic stuff they like to just pack full of peanuts, and they give you a couple of pecans and a couple of almonds and maybe a cashew or two, and that's it. The rest of it's peanuts.
So they can say nuts, even though it's just 2 cashews is
Yeah,
plural.
exactly. But this had 0 peanuts in it, and it had walnuts, it had cashews, it had almonds. It even had pistachios, which kind of
I love
I do
pistachios.
too. Yeah, it's like, oh wow. So
How about Brazil nuts? Are you guys up on Brazil nuts?
yeah, I
I'm
like
not.
them. They're okay.
They're kind of a
Hey.
pain in the butt.
We
to
used to
open.
call them something different when I was a kid, but that is totally
Yeah,
politically incorrect.
yeah, I know.
Captain Ray's in the house.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Captain, how you
Captain
doing?
Ray and Chris.
Chris at Sunrise.
Sunrise. Water Media. Good
Hello,
to see
Chris.
you.
How you doing? Yeah.
We got
But
Chris
cool.
anyways, you
Chris keeps
you
reminding
bake
me
this stuff for 2 hours. So in every 30 minutes, you got to take it out and stir it, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I got to be
Now,
careful.
do you throw some garlic in there? Garlic salt?
It's got. Let me see. It's got a tablespoon of garlic salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion salt, and a teaspoon of onion powder. And then it's got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire and a pint of Wesson oil.
Oh.
And mix that all up, toss it in there, and then and so it's I haven't had any yet because it's still in the cool down stage. So I'm sitting there getting hungry because I can smell it.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah, Chris, the swing set thing. I know, I haven't forgotten.
Oh, you still haven't flown through the swing set?
No.
Oh, well.
Lori's supposed to do it, but she hasn't flown the FPV yet at all. She still needs to.
Where's this swing set at,
as
Chuck?
you can see, I broke off the antenna on this. I was just showing Chuck, hey, I think it's broken, and I go,
This came right off.
Came right off so I ordered some extra antennas from Race Day Quad, so I'm gonna have to solder that on. I've been watching YouTube videos on how to replace antennas on the Tiny Hawk 2 and on the Freestyle.
Oh, Glenn, that was the recipe for Chex Mix. It's actually before they came out with the microwave stuff. I mean, it goes back to boatloads of cereal, butter, Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, you can use butter. We switched up to.
I like the wheat
Chex
ones are my favorite.
Yes, it's got. I put in wheat Chex, rice Chex, corn Chex, Cheerios, and then Cheerios, yeah. Anything to
wow.
absorb, anything to help absorb all that grease. It gets the powder in there, it absorbs all that flavoring. You just
Mhm.
and it's got pretzels and it's got all those little Cheez-It squares,
Oh yeah.
and then mixed
Oh,
nuts.
how about those little? It's like dark.
Oh, that Melba toast. I don't know. I break my teeth on
Yeah.
that crap.
Mm.
No. That's in the store bought brand, But
Oh, okay.
and this is the recipe that my mother
Homemade.
used when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
still use. I think that roaster. I don't think I've ever cooked a turkey in it because it's one of the big roasters because it's so saturated with flavor, even though it's been washed and scrubbed and washed. It's just saturated. It's one of them aluminum ones, So it's just because it's been. Let's see, how old am I? Let's see, go back. Probably close to 60 years that's been making Chex Mix in it. So,
Oh, Bob Casey says Lloyd uses Wheaties and Lucky Charms.
yeah, well, if I probably would if I get by with
They're
it. No, I just,
magically delicious.
yes. I'm sorry, Art. I was going to say something. Every time you say that, I'm just going, that just didn't sound right coming from you. I'm sorry. Well, I wanted to get on here because you were discussing the high altitude thing, and I started to write something. I thought, no, I got to tell you face to face. Isn't anything above 5 foot high altitude for you?
Yes, right.
That's funny.
I know
Mhm.
that was so wrong, but I didn't want to type it because then the haters would really like, yeah, you're such an ass. Well, I am. That's true. You always got to know what you are in life, otherwise you don't get along with yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true too.
Nuts
Yeah,
at the bar.
I have some bowls that they scoop it in, get out, they take their own damn bowls and leave them. Actually, I give this stuff away as Christmas presents because I usually have to make 2 batches of it because I get those like 1 gallon Ziploc bags and I give away about
Right.
4 or 5 of those every year.
Oh boy.
You know,
Mhm. Oh, hey,
Ken.
Ken Heron. Thank you, sir.
it's $5
Oh,
for a
oh.
super dirty art joke.
A super dirty joke.
Oh God.
Hey, Ron. You have to look it up.
Where is it, Art?
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
have to. I don't have anything off the top of my head.
Oh no. So Ken would just go like pop one out.
Yeah, Ken's pretty good at popping them
Pretty sharp,
one-liners.
isn't
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Here's one. Have you ever wiped your ass for so long you just got tired of wiping? So you just say, hell with it, I'll shower later.
That's just wrong.
That's,
I could have gone all night without hearing
that's just
that.
a crappy joke right there.
That joke was the shits, that's for sure.
Oh, Lloyd, you'll love this one. When do you kick a midget in the balls? When he's standing next to your girlfriend saying, her hair smells nice.
Oh, Jesus.
That's better.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's better.
There you go.
Oh my God.
There you go, Ken.
That just for Ken Heron.
Yeah, that one's better. I like that one.
Bob Casey said, TMI Art. Michael Blade says you owe Ken $5. Yeah.
No refunds or exchanges.
Yeah.
And here's my merch if you want to get something for Christmas. It won't get stuck on a container ship from China. Glad you liked it, Ken. Thank you for the super chat and dropping by. Uncle Bill. All right, good to see you. Bill Ronayne. Good to see you.
So is Is our favorite hippie coming in tonight, or is
Oh, James.
Oh, James should be here and probably in about another 15 minutes.
I'll stay around for 15 minutes. I like to give him
Okay,
a
there you
complex that just as he comes on, I leave. You know, I don't do that on purpose. It's just now I do it for the fun of it. You know, but I'm twisted like that. What can I say?
Harsh.
I know I'm bad.
Yeah. You're
I
kind of
like James. He's really a nice guy.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
yeah, I like to give
Well,
him
I'm
crap
wondering
too.
if James is explaining those jokes to Ness.
Yeah, if he's watching, he's just saying, "Okay, I see what kind of guy." Yeah, yeah. What an ass! I can see
Probably
how
going,
low it
oh
is.
crap, I need to put the headphones on.
Yeah.
we can get the the Amazon joke going on him. Favorite hipster.
Well, we just briefly hit 40. Wow, that's
Yeah, he
good.
just touched it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the jokes finally caught up with everybody, and that's when they started leaving.
Maybe. Probably. No.
No.
No. No. All right.
Well,
so
thank you, Wedge and Big. Thank you for stopping in, and you have a great night.
Yeah.
Don't forget, next week it's the big drawing for the Tiny Hot 2 freestyle. Let me grab.
Oh my God. Trevor, that's oh my God. Did you see Trevor's joke?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Airport left. Oh, that's just
Oh, boy.
yeah, good night, Widgeon Big.
Later, man.
Anyway, this is the prize for next week.
Ooh,
Tiny
cool.
Hot 2 freestyle. This is
Eric,
the original, so it doesn't have the black and white on it. So this is still a good drone to get started in FPV, and also on it, what they, you know what? Let me put
Oh, thanks, Chris.
down this case. Is they did some improvements on the originals where before they only used tape to hold
Right.
down the wires. They used zip ties
Nice.
this time.
Okay.
Ties are better.
Yeah.
And also on the capacitor, they put some shrink wrap on it, so
yeah.
it's on there solid now. So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
really nice.
And Eric, AR Drone Nerds, wants to know how he can enter the contest.
Well, it'll be similar to what I do with the Toffee Giveaway. I will ask you to pick a number between probably one and 75, because I'm expecting a much
Yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
crowd that week. So, and one of the upgrades I'm going to do on my Tiny Hawk is I'm going to replace that plug.
Right.
Instead of using 2 1 cells, I'm going to put an
A 2S.
well, it's that yellow plug. It's called XT30.
Yeah.
I can never remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Chris
Then
was
I
probably
could just
saying it to
plug
his
a
Chris is probably
2S
saying,
in.
XT30, XT30. He's probably
Yeah.
saying it to his tube.
Yep. Yep.
And it'll be a lot easier to
Why? I mean, I don't understand why they put that particular setup on there, you know, instead of putting the XT30s.
I don't know. That's a
'Cause-
good question.
Well, I guess it's because you could fly. Now, does that use them both at the same time, or does it deplete one and use the other? It should use them both at the same time, right? Like a 2S system.
Right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, because those 2S batteries are about $20 each.
yeah. Is this kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna put that
It'll
on
be smaller than that.
smaller than that one.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
be like a 450. Yeah.
I mean the plug. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that one is that's a 60.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, that's the 60. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kept hearing. Okay, that's right. They make them.
Yes, you're right, Robbie. My Buds 3 has the XD 30, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
You can jump for one and fly with one. Okay. Acquiring mines
Thanks,
once in a while.
Bob.
I need to turn that down. So
There you go.
I didn't realize it was pegging my mic. So
Oh.
I'm just glad my sound's working good tonight. I don't know what happened Monday.
Fine.
Yeah,
it
that was
super
weird.
choppy. Yeah, it was super
Yeah,
choppy.
yeah. I finally I couldn't get vMix started fine, but then when I went to reboot it, it wouldn't go back up, and it kept saying, license is already in use. So, well, hell yeah, I'm using it right here, you idiots. No, I was an idiot. I had to go through it. I had to delete both the licenses I pulled off there, and then restart it. The next day, I
Right.
figured out what the best way to do it. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
But when you're doing a show and you're starting up, it's frustrating, So, but
Kind of like Red Show last night.
oh my God, that's
Oh God, that was a
Trevor was
bust.
saying at least I wasn't froze up. What was going on was he had it going to software driven rather than hardware. Yeah, that's the way Art looked during the whole show. Pretty much, yeah. But
Lloyd was like,
yeah, I'm like, it's this normal look, It's because I play around with ventriloquism, okay, and they tell you get this relaxed look. Well, I started looking and like, okay, what's my some people they're like in trying to talk, and that just didn't look natural. So I started looking at my natural look,
doesn't
and
look good. No,
I started looking at my
that's
natural look. It's like,
terrible.
oh, this is it. I just look old and cranky. That's my relaxed. I remember my mother used to say, "It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile." That's BS. Because I don't smile at all, and this is relaxed. I mean, it actually hurts my face to smile now. I don't know. Maybe I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, if I smile too long, my face starts hurting. It's like, okay. Of course, that may be the muscles have fallen down, and yeah, well, that's true. No, yeah, he was pretty frustrated, and
Yeah, I bet he was. I
well,
was having
like it was
a hell of a time with what was
Discord. Did you ever figure out?
Discord.
Did you ever figure out what the problem was? You may have to completely uninstall it and then reinstall, download the newest version, and then reinstall it.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll do that.
hopefully that will fix the problem. It took me a while to figure Discord out, but once I did, because you can actually use video on Discord too. Do video chats.
Yep. That's what I did the last time I used it, and it worked great.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah. Thanks, Grant. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's a friend right there. Yeah.
Vegemite. I like his Vegemite. Avatar.
Yeah, he has the Vegemite seal. That's I still have some. I get it out every once in a while. Try it and think, yep, still ain't quite acquired the taste for it.
Hey, David, Arizona drone dude.
Oh,
Good to
hey.
see you.
Yeah, I was about half these. There's several of these guys I was on the show with this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
these guys are on all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't. I'm never up as early as Rodney has his show. I mean, I keep telling people if God wanted me to see the sunrise, he would have made it at noon.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's
Well, you know what? They probably have that if you live far enough north.
yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, the right. Yeah, if it's in the let's see, the winter time, or just coming into the late fall, and you get in the right area of Alaska, it's only
Mhm.
2 hours, so it may only be coming up at noontime and going down at 2 o'clock, which would be perfect for me. Hello, Jim Wallace. How you doing?
Good to see you, Jim. Yeah, so Jimmy Buffett has a live concert from Orlando.
Oh,
Orlando. Oh yeah, from Universal Studios territory. There, it is Margaritaville.
did you see what Glenn put up there about Vegemite?
Where is it?
Oh, not
Here.
yet, but it'll probably pop up in the
It says
chat.
here. It says here in Australia, proctologists use Vegemite for lubricant.
Oh, I
Well, that's to keep them from licking their fingers.
Oh my God! Oh, that's
which is
just
worse.
wrong. Yeah, I know. Yeah, your show's going
Have you
downhill
seen those
fast.
photos? Somebody has one of those dogs that has the short little tail, and they put the sunglasses on.
No.
Yeah, it looks like their tail is their nose, and their
Oh God, I bet that's hilarious. So. Oh, I'm gonna have to get off here. I think I was waiting for
Oh, hey,
James.
speaking of getting off, hey, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It is James Tanner, my PI dream.
Hey, good
Hello,
morning, guys.
hello.
Alright,
Magandang
Chuck. Hey,
umaga.
magandang umaga. Magandang gabi to you guys there in the
Yeah,
U.S.
whatever you said, I agree.
Hey, how's everybody? Everybody getting prepared for the big Christmas holiday season coming up here really
No.
soon?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good.
I gotta tell you here, you live Christmas every day during the bear month, especially during the month of December. Last night we came back from a big Christmas event in the barangay. Every year I attend as many of the events to be part of the community here as possible. Earlier this week was I'm with the Rotary Club here. We had all the senior citizens that came in, and in our clinic that we have at the place where the Rotary Club actually meets in the club center there. We brought all the senior citizens that come in that normally get treatment for like dialysis and
Right.
physical therapy and stuff like that. And we did a really big event. There was so many of them, we had to split it up because the IETF, which is the task force here for monitoring all the COVID stuff, we had to bring section after section of people inside there, but we gave away a bunch of groceries and well-needed items for those guys. So we've been really busy. Tonight I'm on. I told you I'm on guest on the local radio station. I'll be on that tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
It's like every night. I am exhausted. I'm exhausted from all this stuff. I want to show you something though. I like.
Well, James, before you do that, I
yeah.
want to give everybody a chance to see what Christmas lights look like in the Philippines.
Oh, you got something
Enjoy.
in here. Ah.
We're waiting.
We are waiting.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, geez.
No, Art.
That is just.
All right.
Oh my God.
See, where was that dirty joke for Ken? That's the one he was looking for.
That's when Chuck should have brought the penetration joke in. Is when
I think he, I think he hit the penetration early tonight.
Yeah, we did. We got that one. Check that box
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah, we were eating breakfast watching you guys here this morning.
Oh, so you heard me talking about you. You know that I was going to get off when you
No,
came on.
actually,
you missed that part good.
No, I tell you the truth, Lloyd. I was disposed of, but Ness she was still out here, and she was watching while I was disposed, and she's like, oh, Lloyd's dissing you out here. You better come out here. You better get on the show.
Yeah. Oh well, like I was being honest. You're my favorite old hippie. You know.
Well, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
And as I said, you are a nice guy. You really are. And it just so happens that I've been on about I was on a show at 8 o'clock this morning, which for me is, it's against my religion to be up that early, but I was because my wife kept me up all night. So, and I haven't had a nap today. So I was waiting for you to come on so that I can go take a nap.
Well, I gotta tell you, Lloyd, I always look forward to coming on any show that you're on. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun, and you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy too. But I gotta tell you, you probably have to agree with me. I think we get older, and we have all these little things that seem to be breaking down. Like I heard you talking about your tooth in there this morning and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm finding life is happy. I always thought when I was younger, it's going to be horrible getting old and all this kind of stuff. But I got to tell you, this is probably my favorite part of my life right now is the stage because I get to relax now. I finally get to when I'm not doing that stuff in the background.
Always,
but you know what?
Which is always.
But even doing that, it's fun because I can do it at my pace. And and that's my hobby, doing stuff like that. But I'm actually enjoying getting old, believe it or not.
Well, the thing about being old is, I've always been cranky, but now I can, I'm old now, so people just expect it of me. So that's not a problem now.
Well, you know what? There's some benefits to getting older. We kind of get away with a lot of things because
we get away with a lot of crap we probably shouldn't.
We should get away with. Well, I tell you, I went to last night, and I was just going to show you real briefly right here. One of the things was in the Barangay, they have so many organizations, and they're growing. It seems like every year there's another organization to put on some type of event to make people happy during the Christmas period, and we're lucky. We have a great barangay here. I got to tell you, it's outstanding. There's so many support, and we actually have some good leadership inside in the barangay that actually they have good businesses here in Lipa, and they're able to financially support as sponsors, putting on some really big events and make, because 99.9% of the people in the barangay are very poor. They live very modest lives, but that 0.1% that contributes to enriching the lives of these guys, it's incredible. Let me show you. I'm going to share. I want to share with you just a quick. I hope I can do it. This is a video file. Oh no, I don't want to do it like that. Let me see if I can share the screen. Share screen. Window. Yeah, here. What? There's actually a couple things I want to show. Here's one. Actually, it was at the end of the night. They were giving away. I'm going to lead up into this. There's all this kind of entertainment where everybody does these dancing and all this kind of stuff all the way through the show. And then at the end of the evening, some of the sponsors, they've contributed like gifts, and they gave away a lot of really neat gifts. I don't think you're going to see it here. The last thing of the night they're giving away is donations to the people through like a raffle. They have numbers, people register for a number, and they're about to give away they gave the last 1,000 peso, and then I'm like, oh my goodness. I can't let it stop. They're on a roll, like how you do it. You super chats. Oh, we're on a roll. Let's keep this train going and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I popped in a few thousand pesos inside here, and here it's this one right here. Yeah, can you see it?
Oh, there we go. Can't hear it, but I can see it.
You can see it too.
That was nice. I'm giving away money.
Anyway, that was that one. And I want to show you. I think I thought I had it open. Oh, maybe
Did
I
you
didn't
share
open
the
it.
audio?
Oh, you didn't hear the audio? Oh,
No, we didn't
No,
hear anything.
you gotta. There's a little thing
Little
in the
check
corner
box there
that
to
says
share
share audio.
Yeah.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me because I have another window open here. I want you, and then I'll
Okay.
share the audio. And it's okay, I can do this. It won't be copyrighted because this is Filipino music inside the background. And this was early, so you missed all that. You could hear all the people yelling in the background on that one, but you'll hear on this
Good
one
night,
right here.
Bill.
So share,
Yep, good night.
share
I want to say hello to
screen.
Shani, Mine's Journey, all the way from Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
She's an OFW. That means overseas foreign work.
Oh yeah,
okay.
very familiar with those guys.
Mm.
They take care of their families back here in the Philippines. Now I have this open. I can't find where do I do the share the audio? I don't see that on mine. I don't
It'll
see
be
share.
down the lower left-hand corner when you
Oh, it's
share
not.
Check
something.
the box.
There's
Yep.
there's not. There's not one on here. There's not
Oh,
one on
should
here.
be.
Could be. Yeah.
Ah,
When you hit the
see?
share
Yeah.
button,
You hit
when
the
you
share
hit
button,
share screen,
then share
Okay,
screen.
it'll be
share.
the
down
lower
The
left.
share
Oh,
left-hand
wait.
an
corner.
audio way at the bottom.
But there's
Yep.
there's nothing down there that says share audio. Anyway, just imagine a lot of loud music going on. I'll go ahead and do this. You have it popped
Okay.
up. Just imagine there's a lot of loud music going on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's loud in my headset right now.
Nope, can't hear it.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you're supposed to imagine, Chuck. You know, use your
Okay,
use your
I'll imagine.
imagination there. Yeah.
Okay, just use your I don't know why I'm not getting that little share
When
the
you
audio,
hit
but
the share button,
I did.
Go
it'll be
back
in
to
the
the main
lower
screen.
left-hand
Yeah.
corner on the main screen.
Yeah. Go hit
Okay,
the
well I'm
share
gonna do that
button.
right. I can
and then-
share. There's a share, then there's a share screen.
Right. When you open up the
Okay.
share screen, there in
Then
the
It'll be in the
lower
lower
left-hand
left-hand corner.
right, opposite where it says cancel or share, there's a little checkbox there.
I should share. I should share with you. Let me show you. I'm going to show you because I don't think you're going to believe me. You're thinking I'm a senile old guy, but let me show you. Let me show you on mine. Yeah, let me show you. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And I guess no, I can't do that. I can't do that because if I share you the screen, I can't share me showing you the sharing of the share of it won't, you won't see it because I've already got a shared screen open. It won't let me do it.
Mhm.
So anyway,
And you were
I'm not-
mentioning
I'm
senile.
really-
What was that?
I'm real. I know I'm a little bit senile, but I feel like I'm technologically advanced enough to know when I look at the screen that there's no block that's sitting there that says it. It's not there. Maybe it's my version. Maybe it has something to do with the version of the web browser I'm using, or maybe
Oh
web
yeah, are
browser.
you using Chrome or Firefox?
I'm using Chrome.
Well, it should be there because
well,
that's
it
what I'm
should
using.
work on Chrome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. Mhm.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
I have another, and this again, this has nothing to do with me. It's not me. It's not what's going on up here. It's what's going on right here. I think my wife used my headset for some conferences and left the power on, and it's jumping in and out of the sound side. I think my battery's dead. So I might.
Uh-oh.
If you know with I don't know if anybody has these kind of Bose heads. Yeah, that's what it does. If I move too quickly, it does that. So I got to be really still. So
Oh, you might have a short in your wire there.
No. This is
No, just between the headsets.
Yeah, just that's where the short circuit is, right?
Yeah, that's what that's what we used to write up on an
I have to get another
aircraft.
battery. Oh, wait a minute.
All right. Okay. Now I can't hear.
Just so
Just
you
have
know,
another-
you see that the light?
Yep.
The
Yep.
light?
Yep.
It's going on and
Oh,
off.
it's
Yeah.
out now. Oh, it's blinking.
I'll be right back.
Gotta get in the battery.
Okay.
Gotta get the
All
other,
right. We'll
other
bump you
battery
out,
for
and when you
yourself.
come back in, we'll bring you back.
Bye.
All
That was
righty.
fun.
Bye.
James is a nice guy. He really is.
Yeah, he is. Now you know why I'd follow his channel. You know,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
went to the Philippines, and when I came back, I was all about, you know, I want to see all these different Filipino channels, and
Right.
I stumbled on his channel. I think it's because, you know, when you watch a bunch of videos, it starts popping up
Yeah.
similar videos.
Mhm.
Yeah. They
You know what? I'm
recommend.
going to check this guy out, and I go,
Yeah.
oh, this is kind of cool. You know, see how they build a house in the Philippines, and I think I was like 2 or 3 weeks into the build of the house that you see in the background. It was just
Right.
a hole in the ground, and how they build that, it was just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Hmm. Oh,
Well, I'll wait for
yeah,
James to come back
James
on
is putting
and
batteries in.
there we go. There he is.
So, can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
We're good. We're
okay.
good.
All recharged.
Well, you know, James, of course, you're retired Air Force. See, that's what. Whenever we had a C&D could not duplicate, that's the way I would write it up. C&D could not duplicate short between the headsets. So you know, got a lot of pilots upset. But if it was a pilot error, that's what you know. And I just put short between the headsets. Yeah, so
drone, thank you very much.
they got most of them like, okay, all right, I must have screwed something up, and they go back and look at it like, and I've actually had to prove a couple pilots, hey, you screwed up in the settings. It's not my equipment, it's your settings. You know, you screwed up.
I wish I would have thought about that. You know, before I went into communications, before I worked communications, my first 5 years of the Air Force I was NDI, non-destructive instruction. I worked on aircraft. I did all the inspections, the radiography,
right.
the ultrasonics, penetrance, and penetrance. For Chuck, all spectrometric, all analysis, all that kind of stuff. But you know, we had to write up the same when you did your final
had to write up what it was.
But I never thought about doing that. That would have been a good one.
I started doing that, and we were working on the A-10s, and we had a squadron leader from the RAF that he kept trying to set the bombs. And of course, these were back in the multiple ejection reactor. Those things were all mechanical, you know, they're analog and mechanical. They weren't any sort of digital system in there. And he's trying to set these bombs where he's dumping all the rack full of bombs, and he's trying to set them less than 10 feet apart. Well, it just wasn't physically possible to drop bombs that fast. It just, you know, the physics wouldn't allow it. And I kept going out every day on that, you know, and he'd come back, and, you know, and finally I said, don't touch your controls. And what he would do is he would zero out his counter while he was at the end of runway before he taxi in. So I said, I will meet you on the end of runway. I think I know what the problem is. And when I looked at it, I saw what the problem is. I said, here's what you're going to do. Tomorrow, I want you to do this. He said, well, if you're not right, he said, I'm getting tired of getting that short between the headsets right up. He says, I said, well, and of course he does it with a British accent, you know, and,
I'm tired of this.
Yeah. And actually he was with the, Australian Royal Air Force, and, cause those guys partied hard, but anyways, he called in as he was coming in. He had ground control call and have Mendenhall meet me out at the end of the runway. And I thought, oh my God. And of course, you know, my supervisor said, I got to hear this. I got to see what he's going to ream you a new one. He got on there. He says, yeah, he had no hung bombs, but he kept coming back with 1 or 2 hung bombs every time. I said, you can't physically drop bombs less than 10 feet apart when you're flying at, you know, 250 knots, you know, it just, it just isn't in the physics, especially when you got these things that got and it's like a clock. It's got click, 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 click. It's got to go this bomb rack, that one, that one, that. It just wasn't, because they were running all the wings loaded, so yeah, they couldn't do it. Like, what are you crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
I was-
Hey, Chris.
I was waiting for Chuck to jump in on the hung bombs thing and pull some kind of joke off on that, but you missed your opportunity, Chuck.
Missed it, yeah. So
It's for the best. It's really for the best.
I think so.
yeah. What I thought about it back in those days, and now my mind is like, oh God, that's not a good state. Yeah, I could. There's all sorts of jokes we could I go with that one. But
I want to, if the Wi-Fi will stay with me while I walk out here. I just want to show you, I'm really behind on my channel, mainly because of the Christmas holiday and all the events that we do almost on a daily basis here. As a matter of fact, today I wasn't going to come on your show this morning because I told Ness I want to get up early. This is Sunday morning here. I said I want to get up early, and what I want to do is get a head start on a lot of the things on the pavilion back here that I've been avoiding all week. It's a Sunday morning is a great time, and I wasn't able to do that because, well, I'm here, and but what I wanted to do is show you because you won't see this for another look at the backsplash. I got the backsplash and the bar top installed.
ooh,
This is people really haven't. I'm way behind. None of this on. Let's see. None of this here. None of this stuff right here is done on my vlog yet. They haven't seen any of this stuff. I don't even know if they've seen all the appliances installed. Did you see this little? I don't know if you can see that. This little neat, handy dandy little charger unit for your.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Mr. Fission for a second.
Yeah, this is the one where you can put your, you can put your phone on the top, it'll charge.
Right,
If you have a USB-C and the regular USB, you can charge. It also has some additional plug for accessories if you need to plug those things. And so I got that
that's cool.
installed. I got the little thing where we could cook here, the glass top, the induction
nice.
cooker inside there. I actually got the water, all the water and everything is working inside
Oh,
here right now.
wonderful.
So that's good. So we're getting close. And you haven't seen this. I think you got like about 30 people in here. I don't know how many of them are watching the channel. But I'm way behind on uploading, so they haven't seen a lot of this. I don't have it plugged in right now, but you see this. This is kind of a secret. So you guys are the only ones getting to see this. I'm not supposed to reveal this for quite a while on the channel. So you see this right here. And the rails, this is actually, those shutters, the storm shutters that you see that people have on their house.
Right.
But it's electric. So what it does, it goes, the whole thing goes down on its own right here. And then we're going to put tempered glass behind that. And that's where the TV is going. There'll be a TV enclosure in the back behind that.
Cool.
And on the bottom down there is going to be a sound bar inside there because the TV will be waterproof. But the sound bar, I'm going to try to get one of those kind of sound bars that you can have for outdoors. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to show you some. I think that's the main. I don't think you saw the granite that's on the bottom, the lighter color granite. I don't think that was done on the last video yet. So there's been a lot. What I'm working on, what I was supposed to be working on this morning is this finishing up. Oh, did you see the corbel?
Okay.
Look at the corp.
Yeah, you haven't had the top on yet.
Yeah, do you see these? Look at these.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy these on Amazon.com and have them shipped over, but it was so expensive. These things were like $99 for one. $99 for one.
Oh, geez.
And I had my ironworks person who did all the fence and all the ironwork inside the house. They are great people, great family, and I don't know if they cut me a really good deal for this stuff or if I got it for like 4,000 pesos, which is like $80 for 8 of them.
Oh, wow.
If I would have bought that in the U.S., it would have been $800
Yeah.
plus shipping and customs to get it into the country.
Yeah.
So it would have been crazy, So anyway, you get to see it first before even my guys are on there on the channel.
No, well, thanks for sharing it.
Yeah, we're about two episodes behind before we get caught up on this right here. I got it
Right.
all archived. All the stuff is archived.
Ready to go.
I just, yeah, but I got to do the editing and put it all together.
Oh,
It's
God.
just so
Right.
busy right now. So I feel bad because I normally at least one video a week, and normally I do it Saturday morning so people can digest it over the weekend. But I just haven't been able to do it this weekend with the holiday stuff that's
Oh.
going on.
Yeah.
We're waiting on your neighbor's build.
Yeah, I
Need to
have
see
him. I
some
have a lot of video. Even on his build, I have a lot of video, and it's some astounding work that's being done over there. It's the work on their property is unlike anything that's done at anybody in the subdivision. It's
Mhm.
nothing like anything that's being done here. Very professional. It's almost like it's a commercial resort type of a company that's building on these guys with the way they're doing the swimming pool and the
Right.
the storage and generator room and pump house, and it's just it's incredible what these guys are doing. You wouldn't think you'd be able to find somebody in this part of the Philippines that could do this kind of stuff, but the Gerard, and I think I saw him pop inside
Yep.
in the chat earlier. He was extremely lucky to have found this contractor. So we're going to keep following that. It's going to be a very, very exciting build through the whole build.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well,
So it looks
gentlemen, I
like
think
you finally shaved. I guess Ness
Well-
really got on you.
Well, she did. She did. We had, what was it? We had, it was our Rotary Club meeting the other day, when we went to serve the seniors down there, and she said to me, you can't go in there, yeah, because I haven't been. That was my first physical meeting in 2 years. We stopped doing physical. Everything's been on Zoom. All the meetings with the Rotary have been on Zoom since the beginning of the pandemic. And so things are starting to open up here, and people are just being really cautious with the mask, and everybody that's inside, everybody must be vaccinated. So we said, okay, there's about as much protection as you can have. So we went ahead and attended that. So she said, before you go down there, you don't want to put everybody in shock. They haven't really seen you for quite a while. So I went ahead and cleaned up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I couldn't keep my manly thing that I really wanted to keep the beard. She said your beard, and I don't know how to take this. She said your beard would be okay if it weren't all gray, if it was like the color of your hair. But I said, hon, the color of my hair is gray.
yeah.
So that's okay. It's okay. It grows so fast. If I want 1 month, and it's like this.
Just don't. No snow on the Easter basket.
No snow in the East basket.
No snow in the Easter basket.
Lloyd got it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Just let your mind drop down. And you got the idea what he said.
That dropped down all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Oh my
That's-
God.
I don't know what's worse,
All
the
right.
fact that I was the first one to get it because I know art that well, or that my mind went there too. I don't know which is worse. Oh my
I had to
God.
stoop
Well,
to
we're
a new
both
low.
from Colorado, so
Yeah, well, that
we
might
got that connect.
it was growing up with all that oxygen deprivation. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, anyway, the weather here has been really cool. I don't, for some reason, I don't remember in the 5 years that I've been here, I don't ever remember it being this cool here. But I don't know what the temperature is. I could probably go back and take a look.
Here you go.
I could probably look at my, what is it, my ambient weather station right here.
Well,
It'll tell me what
Hawaii got hit with a big storm. Mauna Kea got like a couple feet of snow up.
Yeah, they had blizzard conditions,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, well, it says the temperature here in the yard right now is 77.7, but it's
Wow.
it's a little bit just a little bit warmer right now than it was
That is cool.
at nighttime.
Yeah.
At nighttime, I would say in Fahrenheit, for our American viewers here, I would say probably around 72, but 72 is really cool. 70 to 72 is very, very cool for around here. You'll see people wearing coats. They'll be wearing coats around here when it's.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I
serious.
remember when
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was there in February 5 years ago. My girlfriend, she's wearing a hoodie and she was acting like she was freezing. I'm like, oh man, this is nice weather.
Yeah.
My brother, the first time he came back from Vietnam, he'd been there. That was his first tour, and he came back, and it was kind of mid to late spring. And we're running around wearing short sleeve shirts because it's finally warm. This was in Colorado, so we were used to we'd had pretty frigid winter. He comes back there and he hunted all over, and he ended up paying an outrageous price to find him a sheepskin jacket that he could wear because he'd come out of Vietnam where it was 120% humidity at 100 degree temperatures, and he lands there, and here it is. We're in the upper 50s, lower 60s, which to us was warm weather. I'm looking like, are you kidding me? You're wearing yeah, he about froze to death that first time he came back from NAM.
Wow. Yeah. That's true. That's the way you get climatized.
Yeah.
And then it's abrupt when you go into.
Yeah, because he come back to Colorado, so he's coming from, and it was. I mean, the high country still had plenty of snow, but we didn't have it in Denver that year. So, but
I did, Lloyd. I didn't know you were from Oklahoma. You're what's when Art introduced you this morning, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of the Merle Haggard song. I'm proud to be
from
an
Muskogee.
Okie
Yep, that's it.
And and that song just kept going through the back of my mind all morning long when I first started.
Unfortunately, that song sticks in a lot of people's heads. What's
it's a good
sad,
song.
It's a good song, but the problem is Muskogee County is like the meth capital of the world. we got more drug use. Well, we did. We had the highest per capita drug rates, drug dealers in Muskogee County for years.
Mm-hmm. That's why we have a lot of Methodists there.
A lot of Methodists, yeah.
Well, I guess the meth dealers are proud to be Okies from Muskogee.
Yeah. Well, they finally, it's not what it was. It's gotten a lot better. They finally started. Of course, Oklahoma enacted a bunch of laws that you can't go in and buy 400 boxes of pseudoephedrine.
I'm getting a little concerned when you do that.
Yeah. You buy more than 2, you got to sign for them. And
same here in Colorado.
Yeah,
it's like that in New York too.
Yeah, but I think we were one of the first states that, and we were also the first state to sue on the Percocet, the
opioid.
Yeah, opioids. Yeah, we won the first lawsuit on the opioids. Which I don't know, maybe that's saying a lot, but how do we win it? Because we have so many, opioid addicts in Oklahoma,
So if Opie has a bunch of kids, would they all be opioids?
Well, you need to really pick up the joke book, Art. You got to work on those.
Pick up the joke book.
By the way, Lloyd sent me 3 joke books.
I was doing a favor for the drone community. I wanted him to have some new. I was doing a favor for my own channel, to be honest with you.
Did you do your joke? Did you do your opening jokes this morning? Because I was a little late.
Yes, I did.
You did your jokes, so I'm gonna have to go back and review that again.
There you go.
But Lloyd, you were. I heard you again. I heard you mentioning about your teeth problems that you had and things like that.
Yeah.
And I just want to share with you an experience. I was speaking with Gerard, who's inside the Steelman 58, who's inside the chat session right here. I think I shared it with him last night or yesterday. But it's a very different experience going to a dentist in the Philippines as opposed to going to a dentist in the U.S. I'm going to give you a quick example verbally, and then I'm going to show you a picture. But the example is, I've had several crowns done. We're all
Right.
familiar with the procedure with crowns, and
Mhm.
technology has advanced so much, and the technology has advanced for quite a long time in the U.S. I can remember 10, 15 years ago
Mhm.
going to my dentist in the U.S. and to get a crown, it's so simple. Back in the day, way back in the day, you would go to the dentist, and I'm sure there's still dentists in the U.S. that still do this procedure, but a lot of them are moving forward. Where back in the day, you used to get they would grind all around your tooth. They would leave the center of the tooth there. They would put a temporary mold on it. They would send a temporary mold out to a facility to build your crown, and then
Mhm.
then they would put a temporary like cover on it. And then when you come back, they pop that off and they put it. It's a procedure that takes a minimum of 2 visits with a wait of usually a week to 2 weeks in between. So,
Right.
but now in the U.S., at least my dentist in the U.S., for a crown, you go in and everything's computerized. They put this thing inside. There's a television screen up there, and you watch
Mhm.
everything. You see the inside of your mouth. You see them map it. They do 3D
Yep.
Yeah.
mapping like a
3D.
CAD.
Yep.
Yeah.
They go inside there, and then while you're sitting there, they send that image over to a 3D printer
3D
that
printer.
has
Yeah.
has a porcelain block inside
Yep.
there, and it's like a laser printer that
Laser
goes. It
printer.
says
Yep.
drawing.
Cuts it out. Yeah.
You hear it goes, zzz, and they build your
That's
crown, your
freaking
tooth
awesome.
for you while
All
you're
these.
sitting there. It's
That's the way
so
these were
it's
done.
so
Right
in
here.
2 hours, literally in 2 hours or less, you've gone in, and you leave in 2 hours or less with a
With your
crown
crown
that's
off.
done
Yeah.
with everything. So I okay, that's my American experience. Okay, so we're shifting to the Philippines. So back over in the Philippines, I'm really fortunate. I have some really wonderful friends and acquaintances here inside the Philippines, and that has to do with joining organizations like the Rotary, being
Mhm.
part of your community, making friendships. Everybody looks
Right.
out for each other here. It's a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good system. Well, I'm extremely fortunate that one of our we have the Rotary is normally professionals, people in professional organizations who
Right.
have the
Right.
ability to gather and do things to be able to make other people's lives who don't have that ability to do that, make their lives better. So we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have
Yeah. Yeah.
we have dentists, and
Mhm.
one of the so I went to one of I when what happened was my tooth broke in the back. It just shattered. It shattered. When I was in the military, they took out all 4 of my wisdom teeth all at one time because they were impacting the second molar
Right.
in the
Right.
back. And so what happened when they impact it, they rub up and they make the back of it real thin. So one of my molars, the one over here, it shattered right down the center. It broke off right down the
Yep.
center of it, right?
Ooh.
So I'm like, oh, one of my greatest fears is going to a dentist in the Philippines, because I even hate going to dentists in the U.S.
Yeah.
because no matter what,
It's never fun.
somewhere there's going to be a pain. There's going to be a pain somewhere, especially when they bump up against a nerve or something like that. It's just
Yep.
extremely painful. In the U.S., they normally inject all this, stuff inside so you don't feel pain. All
Thank
the,
God they have
Mhm.
gel before they even.
yeah, they do all that. They try to make
They
it as
put
comfortable
gel
as
before they
possible.
give you Novocaine now, so they
Well,
can
let me-
numb the
let me-
cheek before they even shove a
let me-
Novocaine needle in.
So I got a hold of my Rotarian friend who has a dentist practice, and I said, listen, she said, come down to the office. This was the first visit I went down. Come down to the office. So I went in there on the first one. She took a look at it, and she said, and this is something that's different. Whether you go to a doctor in the Philippines or you go to a dentist in the Philippines, pretty much anything in the Philippines, it's a professional thing. And in the U.S., you go to a doctor, they're going to say, this is what's wrong with you, and this is what we're going to do to fix it. In the Philippines, you go to a doctor or a dentist, and you say, this is what's wrong with you. What do you want me to do? Is what they'll ask you. What do you want me? What would you like me to do? Right? So I'm like, well, I'm not a dentist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a surgeon or anything like that. So you kind of have to hope, but you rely. But luckily, I've been through my different careers. I've been in the medical a little bit in part of my career too, so I can actually talk a little bit educated about things when they ask these questions. So when I went to the doctor, I said, well, do you do crowns? And she said, oh yeah, we do. It's not called crowns here. It's called porcelain jackets. They call it a porcelain jacket. And I said, can you do that? And I looked around her office. I'm going to show you her office, and then I took a picture inside. And this is not meant to degrade. It's just the thing is, technology here isn't caught up, but they're able to still do all these things they need to do, but it's just not as fancy as the way we do things in the U.S.
Right.
And she took care of me, and that's the main thing. She took, and God bless her. I was in a bad situation, and she took care of it. So anyway, she said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I would like to get the porcelain jacket." Then she explained to me, "Well, the procedure is going to be what I explained earlier.
Right.
The long procedure has got to go through." And I said, "Oh, I really don't." And it was near a holiday. Oh, we were getting ready to go to Palawan. It was just 2 days before we went to the.
Oh boy, yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to go on vacation with all this, the problems with my tooth." So I asked her the question. I said, "Can you do, I don't know, I'm not a dentist, but I said, can you just do like a composite filling around the area?" She said, "Yeah, I could do that for you if that's what you want." I said, "Well, is it recommended?" She said, "There's nothing wrong with doing stuff like that." I've never heard a dentist in the U.S. because I've got like 4 crowns on my back teeth. And they've never said, "This is your option. You can get this, or you can." Normally, the option is we can give you a root canal, or we can do it without a root canal. We don't recommend a root canal because it kills the nerves and your tooth will dilate. Anyway, she said, "Yeah, we can do that." I said, "Is it okay?" She said, she said, "Yeah, it's okay. We can do that." So we did that, and it lasted 2 years. It did really good. It lasted for 2 years. And I will tell you, the same tooth is the one that broke again, but it wasn't the composite filling that broke. It was my tooth. The actual other part of my tooth.
The root part. Yeah.
That broke. So anyway, I went back to her again. And she was going to do a porcelain jacket for me, but she looked at it and she said the tooth is intact enough that we can do the other side with the composite, and then I'll do a procedure that actually makes it even stronger than what we did the first time.
Right.
And she did, and thank goodness, because again, it happened during the Christmas holiday. This just happened.
Always happens, yeah.
Always during something. That was on Tuesday. I went there. She did the procedure. She brought me into the office. I had an appointment with her. She put me at the front of the line as wonderful. So she knew I was in a little bit of a pain. And I want to show you. I'm going to show you the picture of the office. Now I'm going to explain stuff about the office that you're going to see that's so very different if you go to a normal in the province or even Lipa, because this is in the middle of Lipa proper. This is the city, but it's not Manila. In Manila, I'm sure they have all the same technology that they have in the U.S. But if you're living inside the province, you're out. So here's the share. Let me show you this, and I'll talk a little bit about this one. Okay, so this is Dr. Lynn Tenorios. She's one of our Rotarian members inside, and she is a wonderful, wonderful person. But you see the young man sitting there in front of the camera?
Yeah.
That's the waiting room. You see to the left, you see the little dental thing where you spit into the cup and everything?
Yeah.
That's on the screen right through on the other side. There's no privacy inside there. So you walk through that little reception area right there, and you go over there. And as a matter of fact, you can't see, but to the right, they're doing all the they're building all the Christmas presents for patients and everybody over to the right. So there's no privacy when you go in. So when you're inside the office inside there, and I will tell you, the first time I went there, she drilled everything around. She removed the bad part of the tooth where she could do the composite with no anesthetic, no local anesthetic, no anything inside there. And I'm like, she stopped every time I screamed, and she waited for a second. And I'm like, I didn't want to say anything because I'm a baby. I'm a pansy. I'm a sissy when it comes to pain. I have the lowest threshold when it comes to somebody messing with my tooth. All right. Yep. And I didn't want to sound like a sissy to her and say to her, please give me some injections. Give me some. I didn't say that the whole time. And what she just kept doing, she kept stopping while she was grinding and drilling and doing all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, is that the way things are? If Filipinos can take the pain, I can take the pain. So I did that. So I took the pain the first time. But the second time, this was the first time. The picture you see here is the second time. This is last Tuesday. The second time I went there, when I made the appointment, I said, Doc Lynn, I said, let me ask you. I said, I told her, I said, I'm a sissy. I had the lowest threshold for pain. I said, do you even have anesthetics like a local that you can inject? So if I come inside there for this one and I'm like in a lot of things, can you? She said, yeah, I'll take care of you this time when you come inside. So I had to ask her for that when I went inside there. So that's the difference. That's the difference. So
Well-
you see what you can expect as far as
That's
being
sort of like going to
inside.
the VA dentist. That's where I get most of mine done. And the first these top teeth here were done by an outside source dentist, and he had the 3D printer and the whole 9 yards. That was neat. But then as time went on, all of these teeth are all crowns. I don't have. I think
Wow.
I got one tooth back here that's not crowned yet, but
Damn.
I got a bridge and 2 crowns here. All of these are crowned. The problem is like this one that broke off here last year, and I've had it happen twice. I have fallen and hit my head on something and snapped the tooth off. And I lost over on this. I lost a perfectly good gold crown that the VA had put in. So, but I got to keep the gold, so I've got the gold to trade.
Oh, there you go. Mhm.
Because I said, what kind of crowns you want? I said, well, back here, let's put some gold ones in, and make an investment. And they said, I was just joking. She said, you really want gold ones? I said, you do that? I said, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, so, yeah.
Well, they know when you go to the dentist, they know whether whether you were in the military or not, whether you had military dental work done or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember going to once I retired, and the very first time I went to a civilian dentist, the dentist said to me, he said, "You're previous military, aren't you? That's where you got most of your dental work done." I said, "Yeah." I said, "How do you know?" He said, "Because they use so much filling. They really bore out a lot. There's so
and they
much
use that
material.
amalgam. Yeah, they use that amalgam.
The amalgam. Yeah.
The hell's
Yeah,
amalgam anyway? Always wondered.
Yeah.
It's like, what is
Right.
it amalgam? It's got silver. It's got
Oh, okay. No, I know
It's-
what you're talking about now. It looks like solder, kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
And
But it's got something in it that it's one of those
It's
metals
soft.
that you
There's
and then
mercury
it
in that.
hardens
one of
up.
those
Mercury in
metals
that
you
stuff.
shouldn't really. Mercury. I think that's what. You
Mhm.
get a lot of mercury in the.
So that's where the senility. That's where all
That's it right there. That's why all
short
veterans
between
That's why all veterans are crazy, because they used all that mercury in their fillings.
Damn mercury, amen.
It all
Mhm.
makes sense now.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
But I wanted to just share with you the experience. But I will tell you, she was extremely capable, and she took care of my the problem the first time, and she took care of the problem the second time when I went inside there. And the kicker is when you have brotherhoods or when you have good relations with people like that, they do favors for you. And not only did she see me quite quickly, and she kind of rushed me to the head of the line. But what she also did both times I went there, I don't know what it would cost to have done at a U.S. Dentist. Both times she wouldn't let me pay her. She didn't charge me anything for either one of the procedures. And I tried. I tried to give.
Yeah.
She said no, because and there's a name for it, and Ness could tell you what the name is. When you do somebody a favor here in the Philippines, you're obligated to them to return a favor in some sort or way and stuff like that. And so now I'm very obligated 2 times now. I'm very obligated.
Yeah.
So if she has if she needs anything done or anything like that, we'll make sure that we treat her extremely special. But that's the way things. It's like a bartering kind of a thing. Like
That's the way the world should be.
Yeah, it's the way the world exactly, Lloyd.
Yeah.
You help you when you need help, people help you. When they need help, you help them.
Back when we were kids, that's sort of how people were. It's like we had some neighbors that they had, this back in the days when unions were really strong, but they had to. Their union went on strike, and they had to feed their family, and so they went around the neighborhood and says, "Hey, are you needing your house painted inside or whatever?" And you paid a little bit of something, or they'd come in and do it for free, and you tip them, but it was to help make money so they could feed their families while their businesses was on strike, and
Mhm.
neighbors used to do stuff like that. They don't do that anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
Well, they don't in, I'm going to say they really don't in the US so much
in the
anymore.
U.S., yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't know where we lost that, because I remember growing up in the late 50s and early 60s,
Yeah.
and I was just a very small child.
Yeah.
But I remember the camaraderie of the neighbors coming together, sitting out, and we
Oh,
go to
yeah.
each other's front yards, and we'd sit
Yep.
out there, and in the evening times we would gather. It was just a very friendly. When I think of the word nostalgia, it's
Yeah.
a very nostalgic type of a thing that I've been yearning for in the U.S. But I found that here, and that's one of the reasons why retirement is so cool over here, is because they still have that element is still existing, and it's very strong over here. And I think a lot of it has to do with I think
Yeah, that
I think
livened up the room. All this dental work, all this dental talks bringing me down, man.
Yeah. Mhm.
well, I thought it would be an interesting, and basically to share the experience and just to show you, because I don't think a lot of people realize that the whole world isn't like the U.S. when it comes to technology and things like. But they still survive, and they get by. They still get by.
Yeah. Like you say, we lost something here somewhere along the lines, and it's not one group or another. I mean, we're all responsible. It's like I
Absolutely.
say, we're responsible for our own happiness, and if
Mhm.
we have to. It doesn't mean we can make our happiness on top of somebody else, but it's like walking on somebody's back to get your own happiness. Not like that, but it's we if we continue to be downtrodden and grumpy, and which I mean, I'm the grumpy vlogger. I'm a fine one to be talking, but uh, it just rubs off on people, and we just quit. I don't even know my neighbors. Well, I know the ones on the other side. That's only because it's my son,
Yeah.
But and I know the Mexican family across the street, because they've lived here, I don't know, 20 years now, and I still don't understand a lot of what they say, but
Mhm.
but
Well, yeah,
they
body language, and there's other ways
yeah,
to get through, and it's gestures that you do for each other and things like that.
they have
That's what,
they have a
Body
cookout
language.
out. Sometimes they'll have, during the summertime and certain holidays, they have these big parties over there, and they rotate to the different families, because there's a whole crew of them that's related to each other, and but when they have one and it's going to run a little bit late, well, as out of the kindness, they just well, they fix us what they've got, and man, they bring over some dang good food, man. It's your
but
dog looks.
Oh.
I kind of have a feeling. I know there is still.
Rob.
I know that I think there is still a desire. Even we have Americans. We as Americans, we haven't lost that desire. I think we don't see sometimes some of the things that are out there, and
Yeah.
we want those things, but we've kind of numbed ourselves, I think. And I think, and I'll be honest with you, I think forums like this, like Art's channel right here, and the different channels that you visit
Yeah.
from time
Yeah.
to time, I think that's like that people have likewise kind of wants and needs and desires to
Yeah.
have that kind of thing, have the friendships and the camaraderie, and to be able to get together like we're doing right here, right now. And
Yeah.
maybe we can't do it in our neighborhood because maybe there's some some polarity inside our neighborhood, stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Regardless of what the polarity is,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then, but we still desire to have some friendship and do what we're doing right now on here. So
Yeah. We're a
maybe this
social
maybe this
animal.
is the new way of doing that, getting together in just a different type of a forum. If you want
And
to
it
take a look at it.
probably is, but in some ways, it's kind of sad when you think about it.
Well, it is, yeah.
That we don't get out and uh, it's it. I don't know. We've just lost so much over the years here in the States, and it's just kind of saddening. And that's why I'm, of course, in my case, I can't get out a lot because I'm a caretaker for my wife. So, this is the best I can do at times. So, but boy, isn't this just a depressing Christmas show? Yay!
I'm
Ah,
about
humbug.
dental work and
Yeah. Humbug.
This is this. A lot of this. That's
America's-
for your show. This is for your show for tomorrow. All right. So say some of the stuff up for there.
Yeah, and speaking of tomorrow's show, if I'm going to get any sleep tonight and wake up in time for Art's show tomorrow, which
Yeah,
I forgot
that's
to-
true.
I
He was
will
a
be
little
setting the
tardy
alarm.
last week.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot to. I will
Yeah,
be setting the alarm, so I'm going to get off here and let James have. Instead
Yeah.
of me hogging the time, I'm going to let James have. Actually,
No.
I said I was going to get off when you came on, just to kind of make you, like, no, is he leaving? No,
Well,
that's not it.
I'm glad you hung around, Lloyd. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure having you and be able to share
Yeah.
some of our experience, especially as both being in the Air Force together.
Air Force, yeah.
Those are always great things to be talking
Yeah,
about
that's
as
what
well.
that's a brotherhood in itself.
There
being
you
a
go.
veteran,
There
being
you
Air
go.
Force veterans, and yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
But I'm gonna.
Art,
I gotta
thanks for
go.
having
I gotta
me.
go too. Yeah.
All right, take care, Lloyd.
All right,
Good to see you.
and
See you
James,
tomorrow.
I'll see you. All right, Chuck,
Yeah.
Art,
Take
I'm
care,
out of
man.
here. All right, take care, guys.
Yeah, Art, I got to be going too because I told you it's a busy time, and I was supposed to be
All right.
working on. So what I did was I did not work on the pavilion this morning just so I could do this with you guys right here, and we have a house blessing that I have to go
Oh,
to.
wonderful.
That's lunch, which is like, what time is it now? Oh, it's 10:30, almost 10:30. So it's like at noon. We have a house blessing. So I got to get ready,
Okay.
prepared for that, and then tonight, of course, is the online interview at the local radio station downtown. So I'll be doing that.
Oh, wonderful.
So I guess no DIY projects for me today. So tomorrow is Monday. Do I have anything for? No, I think the 13th is nothing. So tomorrow I'll be working.
Well,
oh,
Monday
and
I
they're
go
pouring.
in for my booster.
Oh, you Bruce. Oh, you're already 6 months. About 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to try to get in February. 6 months is because we got ours done in August.
Mhm.
So we're definitely looking forward to that. So
Booster after the booster after the booster
Mhm.
for tomorrow.
So
That's
we're
for tomorrow.
hoping we can visit the U.S. in the spring. We're hoping.
Yeah.
I don't know the stuff, this craziness with the travel. As a matter of fact, I got a
Yeah.
notification this morning. Delta Airlines always does this to me. Always. They did another change of flight schedule inside there. They moved what was a great connection, short layovers, boom, 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 get from point A to point B as quick as possible. And now they're jacking up. And this is what happened. This is the fourth time, this is the fourth time that we've rescheduled to come back to the U.S., the fourth time. And on every one before, they keep juggling. We keep getting these notifications that our flight has been changed. And where they actually changed it to the point where they had us flying from a connection. What was it that we?
Oh, you probably go to Seoul and then Seoul to Vancouver and then Vancouver to Dallas to.
No, it had to do with we were arrived someplace a day after we were supposed to have left the other place. In another location. And they didn't catch that. I don't know how they didn't catch that. Their computer algorithm should catch stuff like that, but they weren't able to do that. But they always do it. They make the change. So now we have a connection that where we got in, we had like a 1 hour layover, which is always usually perfect for a 1 hour layover. And then they move us like 4 hours, which puts us like getting into Charleston like at 1:30 in the morning or something like that. We'll see.
All right, check out this video of JDS Flying Connect.
Nice.
Yeah.
And please, everybody in the chat, go subscribe to the other channels. We want to be like Canadian Drone Hub, so we can,
check them out.
Help some of these channels grow, which is a good thing to do.
Especially if you like the stuff that other creators are making, you like to watch it and stuff. Then sub up, because how many times We're all guilty of it. We go to another channel, we'll get something of value out of the channel, then we don't
Oh.
subscribe, even though we come back and we watch more of their
Right.
stuff.
Mhm.
All right, Chuck.
Oh,
All right,
you
Chuck.
got some
You-
syrup.
you got-
nice.
You got no. This is Chuck. You got a 50-50 chance. What was for breakfast this morning?
I'm gonna go with
Waffle.
the pancakes. No, I'm gonna go against the grain and say pancakes.
And Art said waffles. It was pancakes.
Ha!
You got
Oh.
it. You got it. You got
Well,
it.
the way you
That's-
said it made me think that I should
Mhm.
go against.
Did I give it away? Did I give it away?
Not,
Was
no,
it-
not really. I just had a feeling that because you use syrup for both.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Canadian. It is. It's JDS is saying, yeah, this is Canadian. This is actually. We got many gifts from our Canadian neighbors and our soon-to-be Canadian neighbor next door to the Canadian neighbor. The neighbor's turning into little Canada over here, which is cool because Canadian people are really cool people. So they're so generous, and that's
Yep.
came from Canada. I love
good stuff.
Canadian syrup. Yeah, it's the best. The best.
I don't know about that. It's really good.
Boy, it's
What-
been
okay,
years
so
since
where-
I've been
too.
here.
So if you don't think Canadian syrup is the best, what is the next contender to Canadian syrup? Maine? Maybe
Vermont.
Maine.
New
Vermont, yeah.
Oh yeah,
We-
yeah.
we can do it too. The climate's suitable here too. So
Yeah.
I am not knocking Canadian maple syrup by any means. I'm not.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's all good.
There's a lot of good variants.
They got a lot of
Variants.
saps up there.
Well, you just don't want to. You probably don't want to get maple syrup from South Carolina because it'll probably take like pecans or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
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 I don't even know. Do we have maple syrup? Yeah, we
I
have.
had a
maple syrup.
coworker who was tapping trees and making maple syrup. It's really, really good. Right up here in the
Cool.
middle of New York State.
I could probably tap some mahogany trees around here. We have so many mahogany trees. I wonder. But you know what? I don't think they really run sap because that's what I built the pavilion with. Right? So I am thoroughly
Hey,
familiar
Gary.
with mahogany. I don't think you would get any sap out of it.
Gary says Canadians aren't cool. We're frozen.
Rose.
Yeah.
Well, my friend Rick Enstrom of Enstrom Candy gave me a bottle of their honey that they had from their ranch.
Nice.
Because they allowed a beekeeper to have some hives on their property to pollinate. I think it was alfalfa that they had.
I would love to get into beekeeping and honey production. We just don't have enough. We don't have enough room here. If we had a second lot, if we own either one of the lots that were connected to us, I would dedicate a portion to do that. I've always wanted to do that, but I don't think it's in the crystal ball for me here to do that
Right.
because I don't have any more room unless we
Mhm.
put it underneath the pavilion. I don't think people would really appreciate that so much. Especially people running around the swimming pool in bathing suits with these bees all flying all
Yeah.
around. That would probably wouldn't be too cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, guys,
right.
we've done 2.5 hours, so it's about time to shut this bad boy down and
enough.
give everybody a rest. And don't forget, next week is the drawing for the Tiny Hawk Freestyle drone, and who knows, there might be some other giveaways. And just come back and you'll find out. There might be some special giveaways. We'll find out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Holiday giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the
And
holidays.
so, Robbie, if you're still in the chat, please don't forget to give me your address. It's probably 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. over there in Belgium, and so he's the second foreign winner of the toffee. So I'll have to get that to Rick, and he'll ship that out. Yeah.
All right, guys. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
I will catch up with you maybe next week.
All right.
Maybe.
Let's
Hopefully.
Maybe.
shut this down. Hey, everybody in the chat, thanks for coming. We'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend. God
guys.
bless. See you.
Later,
Bye-bye.
James. Thanks, Art. Thanks, everybody in the chat.